Alright, so got a little bit of Rocky Mountain Race Week playing in the background, but I'm gonna come out and go over some of the stuff I went over yesterday when I was trying to take the steering column apart, and some of the stuff I found while doing it. Had a video made up and it was all over the place, so figured I'd come back and reshoot it and just go over what I found while tearing that apart, and the parts I got so far to replace it. I did attempt at painting the inside of the trunk. It didn't turn out how I was expecting it. I probably should have just went black with it, but I found satin white. I know the white's pretty close, but it's off a little bit. But let me get some of the parts together, and then I'll go over the parts I need to replace before I put everything back together and really start on the wiring. So I'll go over that stuff, and I'll go over what I have and what I need to get, and we'll just go from there. But yeah, it's a mess up under there, so let me set everything up, get all the parts together, and catch you guys back on here in a second. Alright, so inside the car now, and these seats aren't too bad, but I just had somebody interested in some bench seats, so considering about getting rid of these and picking up some buckets. But that's not what this video is about. It's about the steering column, so let me flip the camera around and I'll go over some stuff that I found out while working on it. So went ahead and I started taking the steering column apart to get the ignition or the lock cylinder out so I can replace that, and I found a bunch of stuff. So pretty much all the wiring inside the steering column was cut. Most of it just cut right back in here, but like I said, you can see everything was just cut. So yeah, once I found that out, I just started tearing into it some more, and even like the steering column cover, that's all cracked up. I found this part in there was pretty much broke, so originally I thought the metal piece was something to do with the horn, but found out that I guess these two pieces were supposed to be one piece, and I'll go over what it is here in a second. But like I said, I just started pulling everything apart, and everything was cut. So that's the turn signal switch right there. This is a neutral safety switch. This part I'm not looking forward to buying a new one just because I am a little cheap. So this is the windshield wiper switch, and I'm still looking to see if I might be able to salvage this part. Just put some connectors on there or not, or if I might spend about in between $100 and $170 for just this windshield wiper switch. So we'll see here in a second. And then while I'm at it, I might swap this one out because this one has the buttons for cruise control, and obviously I'm not going to be running cruise control on this, so I might just go and replace it with just the washer one or the windshield wiper. So swap those out. But yeah, these are all the parts that I've already replaced or I've pulled off. So I can point out earlier the turn signal switch. This part was supposed to be the turn signal cam, windshield wiper switch, neutral safety switch, and I took off the connector back here for the high beams. So yeah, so I think I got most of the parts. I still and not sure how good the lighting's going to be, but back in here is the ignition switch. I think I got a new one of those. I'm pretty sure I did. I just have to find it. yeah, pretty sure I got one. But I'll go over the parts I've gotten and throw some part numbers. But like I said, this is the only one I'm not looking to replace just because of the price. And I'm like, do I really want windshield wipers or not? But I think I'm gonna have to break down and do it just to show you guys. So yeah. So I pointed out earlier, it's the turn signal cam. It goes inside the steering column in this area where this plastic piece is actually, that's the rest of it right there. So that part was snapped off. I think it just cancels the turn signals when you turn the wheel. But if you're looking for one, part number 83232, it's a turn signal cam. It was just a piece inside of the steering column that I knew was broke, but I didn't know what it was. So hit up my buddies over at Colorado G Bodies. Just made a post on it, threw it on Facebook, and one of my buddies got back to me with the right answer. So I did get that. Did get a new turn signal switch. So that's all new. That was part number, I don't even think they have it on here. I think it's covered up, but I'll throw it in. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen when I edit it. Now, I ordered this from, I think, Amazon. It's just a headlight switch, and I think it should work for my setup, so I'll have to figure out mounting that. So that wasn't part of what I was going over in this video, but it was just sitting there. And then what I just picked up today was the steering column repair kit. So thought I was gonna have to track it down through some buddies or find some used part, but they actually do replace this part right here and a few other interior parts. So that part's all cracked up. I hit up on that same post, hit up the guys on Colorado G Body, see if anybody had an extra one laying around. And I could have gotten one, but they sell the repair kit for about 30 something bucks. I think it's 32, so 35 bucks after tax and everything. Brand new plastic, it's already in black, so that's good. And it comes with some other pieces, some small springs and plastic pieces for all up in here. So while I'm in here, I might try to replace them or swap them out. So we can do that. That was part number US1 65L. So I think I got that from O'Reilly's. Everything else was advanced. So you guys search around, or yeah, shop around with some of these parts, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure I got the ignition switch also. I don't know if I'll put that somewhere else or not, but if I did, I'll just throw it on the bottom of the screen with the part number. I'm pretty sure I got that. I still need to find the right door jamb switches. Ordered some through Painless, but the threads are a lot smaller than on the old one, so it won't fit. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Pretty sure I got the ignition switch. Now I'm gonna spend the next 30-45 minutes looking for it, but we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have some more of the Rocky Mountain Race Week playing in the background. So yeah, keeping up from buddy Nico, buddy Adam Dory. He's the announcer, so I just had that playing in the background. We'll be going up to Bandimere Monday to check them out when they're here. So I'll get you guys some footage of that. But yeah, that's about it. Just messing with the steering column. and I knew I had an extra dome light, but I went ahead and got a new one. So of course, after I pulled everything out of the back of the car, or the back seats, I found it. But of course, you can see it's a little aged. But yeah, those are the parts I need for the steering column, and still need to look into the windshield wiper switch. Like I said, everything else is about 20-30 bucks. That one's about $1 to $170, and then I'm not even sure I want to run windshield wipers or not. But I was talking to my buddy, and he's like, you've done all this stuff so far. Don't start cutting corners now. So I think I will have to find the windshield wiper switch. I'm not even sure if this windshield wiper motor is good, but might clean that up, paint it, and throw it on there. So yeah, I just want to take a break on the, well, not take a break on the wiring, but give you guys an update on that. So need to get all those parts thrown in, and I'll get back to the wiring. I'm not sure if I mentioned or not, but I did try to paint the trunk area, so most of that's dry now. I'll be throwing all sound deadening back there. That paint doesn't look good to me, so not doing a video on that. But I did try to use the same like enamel that I used when I did the floors on the inside. So I probably should have just stuck with the black, but who knows? I might. What's up, Doug? What's up, Doug? Yeah, I might go over some of the areas with the black, like up along the sides. But for now, I'll be good with it. Yeah, so like I said, I might go back over it in black along the sides. The floor really doesn't matter. And then paint back here. So that's just me. I know most of it will be covered up, especially once I do like the carpet kit. But I don't know. I should have just went with black the first time. But yeah, I'll give that another day, or wake up in the morning and start putting sound deadening back there. If there are some parts that I can't put the sound deadening, I probably will just paint it black inside there. Might be getting rid of the bench seat and throw some buckets in there. But other than that, have another buddy coming over to pick up my spare door panels. And I don't know, I think I'm a bit of a hoarder. Have all types of extra parts there. I'll probably have to retouch up some of the stuff for the Amani interior. I think I got a bunch of overspray when I painted it. But like I said, I have a few sets of window trims, front and rear, a few sets of different trim pieces, but a lot of it's going back on the cars. The back seats, I might have to touch those up also. But that's it. Catch you guys on next time. Either throwing the sound deadening in the trunk or installing all the switches, so the turn signal switch, windshield wiper switch, ignition switch, lock cylinder, and the door jamb switches. So I'll get back to wiring here in a little bit.